I've seen this happen too many times. Every man thinks he can outrun it. Stay busy, stay moving, stay distracted. And for a while, it works. Until it doesn't. Until something breaks and you're left asking, where did that come from? It didn't come from out of nowhere. You just never slowed down to face it. We're going to talk about that today, and I know a guy. Stay with me. Thanks for joining me on I Know a Guy podcast. I'm your host, Steve Cummings. I Know a Guy is a ministry of bringing kingdom. And repeat after me, man, what is bringing kingdom? We are here to help men love others as they love themselves. That's based after the second commandment. We bring kingdom every day when we can love the next person God puts in front of us. Well, guess what? I cannot love somebody well if I don't know my true identity. And that is, how does God see me? That's what we're after on I Know a Guy, is living in our true identity as a beloved son. We're headed to the promised land and trying to live from that fearlessly every day. Now, at some point, every man hits a moment where what's been under the surface comes to the surface. You cannot keep it hidden for the rest of your life. Trust me, I have been there multiple times. And it might look like a blow up, a shutdown, an addiction, or a disconnect in your marriage, or just a quiet realization, I don't like who I've become. Now, that's not random. That's the result of ignored why. So what do? Well, you slow down. Not forever, just long enough to get honest with yourself. You need to find another man, a group where you can be vulnerable, authentic, and honest without judgment and condemnation, and begin to talk about the things beneath the surface. We were never fathered to do that. We're taught to stuff our emotions down. You're asking me, so Steve, I'm with you. I've been listening to your podcast now for 2, 3, 4 months. We've been going since December 1st. Where do I start? Well, here's where you start. When something happens, what I want you to do is pause. Picture a new traffic sign out there that just has the word pause on it, okay? And I want you to ask yourself, what did I just feel? Okay? Not what you did. What did you feel? Did you feel insecure? Did you feel shame? That's usually what happens. Did you feel inadequate, helpless, hopeless? What other negative feelings? Maybe you felt anger. Well, guess what, man? Anger is a secondary emotion. Underneath anger is fear and worry. It's like, I'm supposed to be controlling my life, and now all of a sudden this happened and we can explode. Well, really, we're fearful that I've lost all control. Okay? It's hitting the pause button. We've talked about this on earlier podcasts. So this isn't about what you did. I want you to hit the pause button and say, what did I just feel? It's about what you felt. Then I want you to ask the question, why did that hit me like that? Or what did that touch in me? And then, where have I felt this before? Because see, there's always a why beneath the what. There's a reason why we have a thought, a comment, a behavior. It's like the roots underneath the grass. I tell men this all the time. When you're mowing your lawn and you've cut the grass, man, I don't know about you, but I look proud. I feel proud. It's like, look at that great grass. Well, guess what? If I don't take care of the weeds underneath, what do? They grow right back and they look ugly. And sometimes they can grow and destroy the grass and it doesn't look beautiful anymore. That's the same thing going on in our hearts. If we don't understand why we're lashing out, why we're trying to seek relief in other ways, and understand the why beneath the what, that's what's going to happen. So you ask yourself, where have I felt this before? And that question will take you back to the root. Now, most men never do this alone. And honestly, you're not designed to. Like I mentioned earlier on this podcast, you need safe men who won't shame you. Number 2, this is huge. Men who won't fix you, not quote Bible verses at you, not tell you what you were supposed to do, but they're just going to sit there and listen. And what you want to hear is someone who will validate you. What does that mean? Man, bro, I'm so sorry. I've done that too. And then all of a sudden you go, wait, I'm not alone? Yeah. That's our issue, men. We don't talk to each other about these deep things. This is why women become best friends in the matter of a 15, 20-minute coffee conversation. And we're like going, hey, we haven't even covered the weather yet or our favorite sports teams. They get there quickly. They validate each other. And that's what happens. All of a sudden you realize, I'm not alone. And now you've got safe men, men who won't fix you, men who won't judge you, but will just sit with you in it. And guess what? It's not as miserable then. Here's the truth. Freedom doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from understanding deeper. Become a scuba diver and stop snorkeling. And when you find the why beneath the what, everything starts to change. You respond instead of react. You connect instead of withdraw, and you lead instead of control. But men, it starts with a decision. Slow down or break down. Hey, before we go, can I share something from my heart for just a second? A lot of what I talk about on I Know a Guy podcast, it's not theory for me. It comes out of my own story, places where I was striving and I was performing, trying to become someone I thought I needed to be instead of living as a son I already am. And really, if I'm honest, there were seasons where my view of my earthly father shaped the way I saw God more than I realized. It clouded things and it distorted things. And the Father has been so kind to walk me back into truth, to restore that lens. That journey is what led me to write my new book, The Father Eclipse, which releases June 1st. And I want you to hear this. I didn't write a long book. I know most men aren't sitting down to read for hours. We're scrolling. We're busy. So I wrote it like a one-on-one conversation that you can scroll through. Okay? We're used to that. Something you can actually read in one sitting, about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's really an invitation for you to look at your story without shame and begin to see the Father clearly again. I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to check it out. And if you end up reading it and it meets you somewhere real, would you take a moment to leave a review on Amazon? That would really bless me and help other men who are walking through the same things find it too. I'm so grateful you're here and we're walking this journey together. We'll talk again next time.